Today we have this 1963 Royal vintage desktop typewriter. I'll show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. It's got that 60s Jetsons futuristic spaceship type of vibe. Color is light green and has a adjustable paper guide that will, if you put it, I like to put it right at the edge of the platen, and it'll help you load your paper straight, guide it in there. And the platen is your main roller here that it feeds into, and this is your paper bale that sits on top of the paper. And your margins are magic margins located on the top of each side. And when you say you want to set a margin right there, you just flip the magic margin forward real quick, and that's where you'll stop on that side. If you want it closer to the edge, you hold this carriage release right here next to the knob and the magic margin at the same time, and it will allow you to move it all the way to the edge. And that's where we'll keep it. We'll put it a little bit closer so it's not off the paper. And then the right margin is right there in the middle, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hold the carriage release on the right side and the margin, the magic margin, at the same time and move it to the edge right there. All the keys were able to fit on that first line because this has Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch, so the print's a little smaller and you can fit more words on a page. So we did not get to the bell, so we're going to start over. There it is. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip this switch forward right here to the 2, and it'll skip 2, and one more to the 3, and it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single for now and type a sentence on the next line. Very nice typing machine. This is a very well-made machine. I think it was one of Royal's best made machines ever. Made out of all good parts in the USA. Can't find anything brand new that would be made this well in today's age. It'd probably be worth over $1,200 if they did. But they just make them out of plastic and cheap parts now, so they can sell them for cheap. And they're still more expensive than this one would be if you buy this one from my shop. So you might have heard the keyboard has that little ding sound to it. It's because there's no cushion on that, on the catch on it. I don't know if that's meant to be that way, so I'm not going to try to fix it. But if you want to fix that, all you have to do is put something in there, a piece of tape or something, and it will be silent. To pull the paper out easy, you just flip this switch forward, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the paper out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Got a backspace on the left side here, that works good. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. It's got a tab function. Right now I don't think we have any tab sets. It goes all the way to the end when you hit the tab button, and the tab set's right above that. We're going to set one right in the middle, and when you hit the tab at the beginning, it'll stop at that spot. To clear it, you hit tab clear here on the left, and it shouldn't have any tabs. But as you can see, it goes slamming all the way to the end if you don't have any sets. So I'm going to set one right in the middle just in case that tab button accidentally gets pressed, and it'll stop in the middle instead of going all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that will lock your keys so you can't type, and in order to get past that, hit that margin release and it'll allow you to type past that. That's a normal function of pretty much every typewriter. Sometimes I'll get a customer that says that their keys are locked up at the end of the margin, and they think that it's an issue. That's absolutely normal, and it's meant to be that way. Pop this hood open. It's got 2 pins that fit into the 2 holes on each side, and it just pops right off. You got a touch control right here on the right spool holder to change it. You change it up, you just push it down a little bit, and it'll go 6 is as high as you get, and that just loads tension on your keys. So you just got to hit the keys harder and they respond faster. I would guess for more advanced typers, that's what they like. I'm a 1. I don't like to hit the keys that hard, and I don't type that fast. I type fast for the video. just to show you how responsive this typewriter is, and you can type very fast on this if you want to. This is your direction reverse control. So if you, right now it's pulling to the left because all the brand new ribbons on the left, it's pulling to the right because all the brand new ribbons on the left. But if you want to switch that direction, you flip this switch to the left and it'll start pulling clockwise to the left. We want it to pull to the right, and now it's pulling counterclockwise to the right. And you can also see which way it's going when you hold the carriage release, and it spins the spools at the same time. And if you get to the end of one side, it can jam up your vibrator. And that's another issue that I have from customers, is that they're like, why is my vibrator getting stuck? This is your vibrator that goes up and down. And a lot of times that's because you're at the end of the ribbon and you just need to change the direction with that switch right there. Put this back on, easy to put on. Just line up the holes and it pops right on. Like that. And this is your carriage release. Got one on each side, right on the knob area. And this little lever right here, when you press it forward, it disables your spacing mechanism when you turn the knob. Flip it back, it's got one of those, it has clicky spaces. Each one of those clicks is a space. Same thing when you push in the knob here on the end. And that's about it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.